Shackley now for 40 years. It's hard to believe. August 9th was 40 years. I should have had a big party. It's been an amazing journey. I have to say that. I have loved every bit of it. I got in for very different reasons. I got in for tax purposes, which most people don't get involved in Shackley for tax purposes. Most people get involved for health or for the money end. And my husband and I at the time were making big wages, and it killed me to give it all to Uncle Sam. So that's why I got involved in Shackley, because some reason or another I knew that I would have tax savings. And I'm sure you guys have heard Jim Burke say that what he does is he gives, helps people set up an office and have them go into business with the IRS. Helps them go into business with the IRS and gives them 2 tickets to paradise. The tax savings that we have with this business are phenomenal. So I got in. I had just been married a couple of months, got involved, had 4 children, moved to a completely another state. I moved from Montana to Wisconsin, and I loved Shackley. I loved the people. So I sought out a place to do meetings here, went to meetings all the time. And I've never ever been a star, but then in my 50s, I ended up single. And I'm so thankful that I have my Shackley business, because where would I be otherwise? I had no education. Out of high school, I went to work in the courthouse, and then I got married, and then I got into Shackley. And I am so thankful for that. So that's the financial side. I totally support myself. I have a wonderful life. I still love to travel. I've traveled the world with my kids while I was building my business, and I still continue to travel because that's my hotspot. That's what I love. And I have a beautiful home and blah, blah, blah. So, but then on the health side, I started Shackley and I thought I was healthy. I was 26 years old, didn't think anything of it. I had headaches all the time, but everybody gets headaches, right? I had horrible cycles, but that was part of being a woman. I had bladder infections every month that I would go to the doctor. I didn't even have to go to the doctor anymore, I'm sorry, because I had a standing prescription. But within an hour of my first symptom, I would be urinating blood. So they were pretty severe. I started on Shackley, and back, I don't know how long you've been around, David, but back in the day, all we had to do was, how we started everybody, was protein, Vitally, and Herblax. And I started that, and my headaches went away. My female problems came back to normal. I didn't mention I had bronchitis all the time, never got that again, but I still had bladder infections. And somebody said, add lecithin. So I did that, and that was the end of my bladder infections. Or alfalfa, I'm sorry, it was alfalfa. So I never had another bladder infection. Fast forward 25 years, I fell and broke some ribs, found out I had kidney cancer, and the first sign of kidney cancer is blood in your urine. So was I having kidney infections, or was I having bladder infections, or was it kidney cancer there? We don't know. The doctors at Mayo saved my kidney. They didn't know if they could, but they were able to save my kidney because my body had completely encased it. So instead of losing that kidney, I only lost 10% of it, which to me is a miracle. And I just, so I'm so thankful I'm thankful from the health aspect as well. I am 65 now, and I'm not on a single medication. And so that's my story. So now, going into the Prove It. So I was on the trial for the Prove It, and we weren't allowed to talk to any of our distributors about it. We weren't allowed to bring any of them in. They wanted us to see how this worked with new people. How did it work with social media? That's what the pilot program was about. So if you're anything like I was, and maybe you guys are trained differently than I was, or maybe my self-esteem wasn't where it should have been, but when you grow and you compare, right? You compare yourself to everybody else and what they're doing. This is what I did. And I was never happy with what was going on in my business. I never thought it was good enough. And that had a lot to do also with where I was in my life. I was in an abusive marriage. So, but anyways, go beyond that. I was always thinking, well, maybe if I did this, then people would listen. Maybe if I did that. because I was making it about me instead of about the people, right? And you probably know that if you're going to do this business, it has to be about you. I mean, about them. I'm sorry. I'm saying about you, not me. It has to be about the person that you're talking to. So I went and I got certified as a nutrition consultant because I thought, wow, if I know my nutrition really good, everybody will listen to me. Well, what they did, it was made me totally uncopyable. Nobody could do what I did because I was a certified nutrition consultant. And so they always were like, oh, you're so smart. Oh, you know so much, I can't do that. So that stopped my business from growing forward. So I had to learn how to be dumb again. And I did that for a while and I had some tremendous growth. And then guess what? I got smart again. And then I presentations. I just muted you, David. I'll unmute you after a while, okay? So we had presentations that would last an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And I'm sure you've all been there. So, and I was happy when we got our presentation back down to an hour. And then depending on how many questions they asked or how, it was still hard to keep it to an hour. So that is the big thing that I was excited about with the Prove It Challenge, because it was going back to what we did in the beginning. Instead of protein, Vitally, and Herblax, it went to Vitalizer, protein with a cleanse. And so I'm going to encourage, I don't know if you guys have purchased and done the detox or the cleanse, whatever you want to call it. We used to always do detox first, but the 7-day cleanse, that is huge. And it's huge for you to do it. And I'm assuming that you guys all know that you have until the end of this month for any of your customers, one time only, to be able to purchase the Prove It Challenge. If you do it yourself, you will understand why it's so exciting, because of the changes that happen in people's body. And I've been using Shaklee for 40 years, so you would think I wouldn't notice that big of a difference. It's not the first time I've done the cleanse. I just finished it again. But the first time I did the cleanse was the most noticeable to me. My sleep was just like I slept like a baby. That was huge. The other thing was my mind was clearer than a bell. I don't know if that's clear, but you know what I'm trying to say. My mind was clear. What were some of the other things? I guess the big thing is that each time that I do the cleanse, I lose 8 to 10 pounds. So I have now made it a habit that I'm going to do that cleanse the first week of every month. And then I'm working out in between, but just doing the one shake and the strip a day. So it's super simple. And I have had people come back to me and say, I don't know what's in this stuff, but man, I can't believe the difference in how I feel. So with that, I want to ask, I'm going to unmute both of you. And if David, you start getting that funny sound, you got to you got to take your phone off from speaker. That's what it is. Okay. So the question that I want to ask you both is, have either of you done the cleanse?
No.
No.
I have not been able to.
Okay. David, what about you?
No, I haven't done the cleanse either.
Okay. I would really, really encourage you to do it to find out how easy it really is. And what happens, what I found, I kept putting it off because I was afraid and I thought that it was going to be hard to do. And that's why I say for you to do it. Why is it so easy? Because you don't do a lot of talking. You basically go back to what we did years ago and say, hey, do you want to feel better? So far this month, I've sold 8 cleanses. 3 of them are new and 5 of them are old. So, and when I say old, I mean members or distributors. What's so amazing about it, though, is if you look at the potential that's there with the business of growing the business, because when you use, you have to offer it to them. But what they're encouraging us to do and what we've done with good results is to anybody who's a member, not distributors, but anybody who's a member, tell them that if you give us your friends, let's do the cleanse and find some other friends to do it with you. If you have other friends that do it with you, we'll give you a $25 referral fee. And then you get to educate them after that. The other thing is, are you in the Facebook 7-Day Cleanse group at all? Either of you?
I'm sorry. We're dealing with spit up here.
Okay. My question was, are either of you in the Facebook 7-Day Healthy Cleanse?
No, I am
Okay.
not on Facebook at all.
So
No,
are you
no.
guys looking to build your business or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are
Believe it
you,
or not, I am.
okay. Are you on Facebook?
No, I'm not on Facebook.
Okay. Then what I'm going to say probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. David, what about you? Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, yeah.
Okay. Then go and look for the official 7-Day Healthy Cleanse. Ask to join it, and you'll understand why it's important to be part of that group. Anybody who's purchased the cleanse, I tell them, ask permission if I can put them in that group. And then I put them in there, and the feedback that I get from people is, I'm so thankful you put me in that group because it was able to answer my questions. It's still important for us to have connection with them after that. But the other thing that I got back was from people, they're in there, like when you sell the kit until they get it is usually 5-6 days, right? They are so excited to get started on the cleanse because of what they're reading in the Facebook group page. So that's the process that we go through is you talk to people, ask them if they want to feel better. It's just simplifying. Simplifying. And then the cool thing is that if they're members, if they're not distributors, but if they're members, then they can get free shipping on every order that they order that it has $150. But after that initial order, if they start, you guys know about the loyalty program already? Because that's all part of this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So when they reorder, then they get the, you talk to them about doing the loyalty program, that they can get an additional 5% off, that they can get, then 10%, and then they can stay at an additional, not off, but 15% of free products after that. So I have been very, very involved in groups with other network marketing companies, and the friends of mine that I've met in other companies that are making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $1 million, and they're doing that in a short period of time, and it's just blown my mind away because it's like, okay, why don't we have that? We've got the best company, we've got the best plan, we've got the best products, we are the best. And what I came after I talked to a couple of them, they said, Nina, you're telling them way too much stuff yet. So that's the beauty of the Prove It Challenge, is it's the people who are growing fast are like we used to do, is you come in and you tell them to start with this. They need direction exactly what to start with instead of starting with a whole plethora of stuff or being thrown the whole works at them and then let them try and figure out what they want. So I was super excited when I saw that this is what we had. And my team is on fire right now. There's all kinds of different things that are happening. So that's kind of my story and why I'm super excited about the Prove It Challenge. I don't know if you have any questions. David, I unmuted you.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you get on the Facebook with these
Go
people?
I'll show you, okay? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you go into your Facebook, log in. I have it as a shortcut. And then just go up to your search button and type official. It comes up because I go in there quite often. So you type official Shackley 7, number 7, you can see that, Day Healthy Cleanse 2019. Okay, and this is what the group looks like. And if you do this on your computer, these resources right here on the right side, you see this, recipes, plans. There's tons of really good stuff here. This is what gets people excited, is seeing all this that they can eat. And recipe, okay?
Yeah.
So, you know, when you think, oh, this cleanse is just fruits and vegetables and, oh, I'm gonna be starving, it's not true. Meatless tacos, what in the world is this? It looks really good. I need to look up the recipe for what spices, because spices are key. She didn't leave a recipe here, but I saw there's a lot of different cool ideas in here. Squash soup. I will tell you what I've done. That I mean, I kind of cheat when I do this, but I take organic frozen fruit and I throw it in a blender and I drink that all morning. And then I do a salad and I make my dressing out of half an avocado, half a lemon, juice out of a half a lemon, and then some avocado oil, because we can have avocado, and some vinaigrette. And I throw that in the blender with a little bit of water, and that is an amazing dressing for salads. Okay? So there's a lot of info on the side of here. And then every day, what's approved here? What's approved here? You know, you can ask all kinds of questions, and so. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, am I still am I muted or?
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, yeah, now when we, yeah, that all looks great. That's fantastic. But now to have these people respond back to me, how does that work on the, in other words, once I put in official Shakti 7-Day Healthy Cleanse 2019.
Yep. Then you go up. How do you get into the group, because you have to join it? When you go on there, it'll ask you to join. When you type that in, it's going to ask you to join, and then it may ask you a couple of questions. If I was,
it'll ask me.
I don't think. Let me just look here, David. Chapline. Let me see if I can add you. Oh, it looks like I did. Okay, it looks like I sent you an invite. So, come on. Did you get a notification?
On my
on your Facebook note, like in your little notification thing? Or if you're on your phone, it would show up on your phone. But try to get in there. It might say you've been invited by Nina Staple, and just say join.
Let me see if I can.
If you go on your phone, hit your Facebook icon.
No, I don't see anything yet.
Okay, are you at your computer yet?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm on the computer screen listening to you on the phone.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing this screen. And down on your computer on the bottom, do you see that green thing that says share? Do you see the green thing that says share?
Right now I just have a green telephone sign in the middle of the screen.
So take your cursor and go hold it and go down below that. So underneath there, there's a bunch of little icons.
Okay.
You see the one that says share?
Yes.
Double click on it.
Oh, okay.
And the screen pops up, and on the top on the left-hand side, it says my computer or share my screen, I think it says. Click on that. And then go down to the lower right-hand corner and click share. I'll help you get in there. Okay, it's coming there. Okay, open your Facebook on here. Just grab another tab and open your Facebook. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
This is you. You have to log in.
No, it says Zoomtopia.
So yeah, you have to log into your Facebook. This is just, it's weird that you got this far.
Huh.
Go up to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, scroll up. You see where it says put your email and your password in?
Okay.
I've never seen this happen before. It's down below. Click on it. Yep.
Yeah, wait a minute. I gotta look up my password.
Okay. It must have done that because you're on Zoom. It's weird. But you know what? Those guys are computer gurus, so they figured out how to. There's a lot of people that use Zoom on Facebook.
Okay. Let me see if this works here.
They're going to make you do it again. I think the reason they're going to make you do it, the email you obtained doesn't match my account. Sign up.
Yeah, maybe it's
Why don't you close this tab and start a different one?
I'm gonna put my Yahoo address in. Maybe that'll.
Oh, okay. So Betty, while he's working on that, do you have any questions?
Not really questions as much as I see I really got to join Facebook.
Yes. I tell you what, can I ask how old you are, Betty?
65.
Okay, so am I. And I
Oh,
will,
okay.
yes, and I will tell you that if you want to, unless you want to do it the old way, but if you want to move forward in this business, I can't encourage you enough to get on Facebook.
Okay. I'm going to take you at your word on that. I've
Yeah.
resisted it over the years, something fierce, but my resistance is now down.
Well, and you know, there's a lot of people that, yeah, there's a lot of crap that happens on Facebook, right? There is. But so is there on the news. Do you get rid of your TV? You know?
No, I don't turn the news on very often.
I don't either. I don't either. But you watch what you want, and you have to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line, is that you have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter came up, she works in my office, and she came up here the other day and she goes, Mom, get off Facebook. And I said, I'm working. She goes, you are? But you have to be disciplined on the amount of time and what you do with it. So, but when you start posting stuff about the Prove It on here, you want it not to be everything I've taught. If you want to go to Blazing Radiance on YouTube and go to our, I've taught my people how to use this stuff, how to get over their fears with it too. So it's just the day we live in today. You know?
Yeah, it is a different world.
It is a totally different world than, you know, how we built our business. But I'm not ready to quit.
Mm,
You know, I have a lot of
right.
customers that are 80, 90 years old, and it's like, okay, I want to continue moving forward.
Yeah, and with a lot of customers that age, strikes me we have to keep finding new people. Not that we don't anyway.
Exactly. So did you, when's the last time you've been on here, David?
Well, I looked on Facebook on my phone, but it's I'm automatically logged in. I never
Okay.
have to.
So do you have a Gmail account or not?
Yes,
I would try your Gmail account on here.
that's the one I used first.
Oh, and it didn't work?
Yeah, let me try this one more time, and then I'll go back to Gmail.
And the only reason I say that is because most of the phones, do you have an iPhone or a Android?
iPhone.
Oh, iPhone, they don't like Gmail.
Yeah, I might have to work on this to, get this straightened out. I'll try to put my password in there one more time.
Okay.
Would you be willing to share your phone number?
Sure, if you can catch me. 920 452.
452?
Yep. 7922.
7922. Okay, I appreciate that. So when you're talking to somebody about the cleanse, what is, like, maybe, do you have a spiel that you go through? Do you kind of have it down pat? I mean, I know it has to vary with people.
Everybody's totally different. So because of like what I post on Facebook, I have people that come back to me and they say, this sounds very interesting. Can you tell me more about it? And mine is very, very simple. All I do is say, sorry, that other phone is ringing. All I do is I say to them is, thank you for asking. I'm super excited about it because it's the easiest thing I've ever done. And I'm looking for people that want to run with me. It's just what you would normally say to them. But I'm sorry, before I say that, when they say, hey, tell me about it, I say, what was it that caught your interest? Because by asking them a question back, then you know where they're coming from. And then you curb it according to that. because I posted on mine that I lost 10 pounds. And so I've had people come back and say, wow, how'd you do that? I put other people's testimonials on there that say, you know, how amazing that they feel, how they can sleep better, the different things. You're posting testimonials and people come back and say, wow, tell me more about that. So then but you first want to know what was it that caught their interest. And then you just say, you know, it's so simple. You do a cleanse for 7 days and then you do a strip and a shake. So,
Okay.
and they say, well, what do you mean by that? Because one of the girls came back and said, what are you talking about, stripping and shaking? And so then you just have fun with it, you know, how you would normally talk to your customers. The hardest thing is to keep our mouth shut.
Ah.
That is the hardest thing, to not say too much, but to come back with questions. Before you save that, put your username up here so you remember, hey. David, do you see that where it's asking you to save your password up here on your Google?
Yeah, should I save it?
Type the email that you ended up using up there in the username. Yeah. Then you don't go through that again.
I wonder if well, they sent the message to Yahoo, so I guess I should stick with that.
That's the one you should put. No, that's the one that you should put in that username, is whatever that Yahoo address was then.
Oh, okay.
So now you've got on there, stay logged in. But if you get that up there, then that will happen.
I don't have to put the full email address in, just my name, right?
No, you had your whole email. With Facebook, you need the entire email address. Did that answer you at all, Betty?
Yes, I really appreciate that. Okay, so one thing I'll share, I don't normally share this because it's very hard for people to understand. It's even hard for me to explain, but you might have some suggestions in the process. I have a kind of a unique situation, and so I can't use all of the Shafi products. I have problems with them.
And why
that
is that?
most people do not have. And and I don't need to lose weight. I need to lose some fat and gain some muscle, but I'm not going to have a dramatic story from that standpoint, and it's very hard for me from the standpoint that I can't always do the product.
So are you celiac or something?
Well,
Or
not
do you have
celiac.
the mutated genes?
I'm not celiac. I'm gluten, dairy, and carb. I have to stay off all of those things. My mother had some medicine when she was carrying me that affected the pancreas. So when hypoglycemics can say they can do this shake and the bars, for me they are way too sweet and they drop my blood sugar really bad.
So have you done the ones without with stevia in them?
Yes, it does not agree with me.
Okay.
To put it. I mean, I can do tiny amounts, but that's it.
What about the old original protein?
I had counted on that for so long. I've been using it, and more recently, I did discover through help with a couple practitioners that is one of the problems I was having with my colon, and I can no longer do soy. I'm a little frustrated, but
yeah, I would be too. I would be too. I know a lot of practitioners do not like soy because they don't understand all the studies.
Well, I have ignored all of them and continued using it, but when I was told that was affecting my colon, I did go off of it and discover he was right.
So how much DI are you taking?
I'm not taking a lot of that.
Okay, I would encourage you to do that 3 times a day. Do the powder at least once a day, and do that for a period of 2 weeks, and then try some soy again and see what happens. Your colon is messed up.
Oh yeah, it's been messed up a long time. I have a lot of extenuating health issues that go back from before birth. So the
Yeah.
pancreas is only one of them.
But that I cannot get over the difference that's made for so many of my clients. And I run super high PV.
Wow.
So I would really encourage you to try that. But to take it 3 times a day, you might not, being you're really messed up, you might not be able to take 3 of them all at once, like morning, noon, and night. Start out with it in the morning, and then if you're fine with it after a few days, add the second one in. If you're fine with that, add the third one in.
Well,
But
I will try. One of my problems is the other ingredients in Shaklee. Sometimes I can take the magnesium, but I can't take the other ingredients in the magnesium. So I had to stop taking it. So that's a whole nother, it's been difficult. So,
Yeah.
and obviously I don't tell this often.
No, I know. No. The DI, though, it's immune, because when you can't do all that, your immune system is totally screwed up, right?
Yeah.
So the DI is immune and digestive. And the reason your immune is screwed up is because your digestive is screwed up. And maybe there was medicine that happened that, you messed up some chromosomes and stuff like that, or your DNA when your mom was carrying you. That's entirely possible. But as Dr. Shackley says, your body can heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen so many things through the years that are day and night like wows. And the further we let our body go down, and if you're 65 now, you've been fighting this for many years.
Lifetime.
And then you go to some of the practitioners, they've got just their way of seeing things. And then all of a sudden people go to another practitioner and it's like, wow, what a difference. Now I can do it. I couldn't before, So everybody has their training.
Yeah.
But so is there a lot of food you can't eat too?
Actually, that's improved a lot, but if I stay off the dairy, the gluten, the carbs, the soy, just some basic things like that, I can do meats and vegetables really well. I have to stay off of fruit because of the carbs. So if I eat enough protein, I can have half an apple with my breakfast, that kind of thing. So I have to be real careful weighing it out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that would be my suggestion to you, is to go on and do the to get that DI into your system. So. Okay, David, you got on.
Yes.
Okay, so your notifications don't look like there's anything there. Hit that button, the little bell.
Oh, up top here.
Yeah. So you've got people who are posting stuff, but my invite didn't come through. Okay, go and type that official up here where it says search. Go type that in there. Seven. The number 7.
Yeah.
No, you got to put, there it is right there. Oh, but the 2019, click on that one. Second one down. Then go scroll down a ways to where it says groups. Right there.
Okay.
Click on join. Do you see where it says request is sent? Oh, so mine didn't come through. So that means that Shackley will let you in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So usually it takes some time. It depends on who's manning it. It's noon out there, 1 o'clock. So, okay.
Yeah.
Any other
So
questions?
so when I send somebody to the official Shackley 7-day cleanse
Yep.
2019,
How will you know that they're in there?
how do I know that they're going to come back to me?
Oh, this is after you've signed them up.
Ah,
This is not to sign them up. This is after you have signed them up.
Oh, after I've signed them up.
Yes, because this, you want them to know this is their support.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
they would have to join Shackley first, right?
Yeah, otherwise I don't think they let you in here.
makes sense. Okay.
I don't think they do. But since conference, this has grown 2,700 and some.
Wow.
Yeah, that group has. So when you tell somebody to come, you know, that after you've sold it and you want them, say, is it okay if I add you to this Facebook group? Because there's all kinds of amazing information in here and it'll help support you. And they say,
Right.
yes, do that. Of course, you have to be on Facebook. Then you go right here, and that's where you type their name. And then,
Gotcha.
as long as they're your friend, we're not friends, otherwise that would have let you in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate your time. You've been an inspiration.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hate like everything to do this, but I've got a customer I need to meet. And so I'm going to have to
No.
leave.
That's perfectly okay. I think that we're at time unless David has another question, but it was nice being on here with you as well, Betty.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, you bet.
All right. Hope to talk to you soon.
Yes, okay, bye-bye. Okay, David, do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, I was just going to say that when I put them in invite in the section to invite, they will that'll automatically put them in my group there of people going on Facebook, right?
Let me think here. You don't put them in there until they're a member, and they have to be
Right.
a friend of yours already. So once they're a member, they go in there, it's just that they're going to be learning stuff.
Oh, okay.
Strictly, that's a learning site is what it is.
Yeah. That's a tremendous learning site. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's amazing. It's amazing what Shackley has done. So, you know, the other thing that I didn't mention is if you go on to, let me share this with you. I'm sorry. I don't know if Betty can hear this or not, but if you go into the back office, they have this section for the Prove It challenge and for your Facebook that you have everything already made up. So you can go on here and you can click on this and you can save it and you can post it on your Facebook page. They have all the graphics. You don't have to make any of them.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Just go on the Shackley website for that, right?
This is Shackley website. It's under events, shackley.com, prove it, live, share, and then prove again. But here's for Instagram stories. Here's for videos, for testimonials. So I can't go a day without. So here's one. I can't go a day without my strip and shake. So all you have to do is save this, right click on it, save the image to your computer, and then post it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, even I can do that. Yeah.
Anybody can do that. That's a thing that's so amazing is that they've got, how old are you, David?
70.
70. Okay. So it doesn't matter what your age is. If you know anything about technology, which you obviously do if you're on Facebook,
A little bit.
anything, they've made it so simple. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was amazed that I could, follow you on that. And
yeah, so I think that's super exciting. Those that I just did there, the testimonial ones, those are all new ones since I looked on. So they're continually adding stuff on here. Stronger, healthier, and more fit. So this is what you do is you right click it, save the image as. So I save all my images into my picture box. So I will go on here and then I'll put Christine's stories, but I'll put today's date with it so I know that I've used it. Oops. 8, what is today? You got to save it someplace so you know where it is, right?
Yeah.
So then I save it, and then I will go to my here and find it. 8/7. Here's Christine's story. Oh, so let me go into Facebook first. Because on the computer it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to post. So if you do it on the computer, it always comes up on the news feed. I don't want it on my news feed. I want it in my story, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to take it out of my news feed. I'm going to grab that picture. Boy, my messenger's going nutso. Go up to where I had it saved to 8. Like, what am I missing? Something's going on. 8/7, here it is. I got to go into my story. And I just post it.
Oh.
So now here's my stories. Need to go to the last one. I forgot to take a picture at the gym. Yes, I'm there again today. I've made a commitment, and I'm trying to jump through these so I can show you the next one. To show you that it did post.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, finally. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories up. So that's how easy it is. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Wow. I appreciate this very much. You're
Absolutely. And if you want to learn more on how to do stories and stuff, if you go to people start to get a little bit of a lag, okay? You'll see less attendance. You guys know this. How many guys are... Sorry. I guess that's talking on somebody else's story there. So if you go to Blazing Radiance on YouTube, do you use YouTube at all?
Yeah. What's it called? Blazing?
Blazing Radiance. That's my business name.
Blazing
Radiance.
Radiance. Okay.
Yeah. So if you go there and then you go under Friday meetings, I think it is. Here, let me see here. Google.
Excuse me.
So when you get to Blazing Radiance, just type that in. I'm going to pull up my library so I know for sure which one it's in. Friday Zooms, online marketing. If you go in there, it will teach you how to do the online. I've been teaching my team, and you can watch through those if you want to. So, okay?
Great.
There's several of them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, I'll definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, all the best to you. And
Thank you.
it's like starting a new journey is what it really is, right?
Yeah.
But it's exciting. And every time you figure something else out, it's like fun. And it's like, okay, cool, this works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it keeps you young. That's what I say.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
all right.
you're a delightful lady. It's been a real pleasure learning from you. You know,
Well, thank
and
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I look
So,
forward to
yes. Much
hearing from
success
you
to
again.
you.
Thank you.
Okay,
And
you bet.
we'll see you next time.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.